Hi FlossTube, it's Elisa from Dragon Stitches. It has been a while. The last one I posted, I think, was the end of March, and I had just finished the March Dragon. No, was it? Yeah, I think that's the one it was. Dante's getting antsy to be next to me. I just got home. I mean, this is a kind of fly by my pants type situation here. Hi. He has to check me out because I just got home. Okay, yes. Everything's cool here. Well, not really, but anyway. Life is being extra lifey right now, so take that as you will. A few things happened. I'll get to that in the end. I think I had just finished showing. Hold on a second. I'm actually going to go double check that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so double check my video. I actually posted the last video. The last video was like a 3-week progress kind of thing. Completely forgot I did that. That shows you how hectic the last month has been. So on the video, it was March 20th. I had just finished the last of the first line of 3 of the Quotes to Live by Stitch Rovia Stitch Along. And I'd finished March Dragon on the Dragon Cell. That's all I had to show. I have a lot more to show right now. So let's get to it. Let's get to Sal's. So I'll start off where I left off, and with everything's in my handy dandy. I found these. Okay, guys. They may look a little, cheap, but these things are freaking godsend if you have animal hair all over the place. Like, all over the place. No matter how much you clean and Swiffer, it's just in the air. And so I found these ginormous Ziploc bags. Ziploc. And they're huge! I love them because they're huge. So this is all my active whips right now. I have some finishes in there too. This is basically my stash bag right now. It's stuff I'm actively pulling out of. Some stuff that's waiting to be framed. Others that are waiting to be started. Basically all my stuff. All my stuff. And I love it. And these are great. So there's this size. And this size. This is the smallest of the big bags. This is the large. There's also extra large and extra, extra large. Zip up. I know a lot of people have those really pretty stash bags that they make out of fabric and zippers or Velcro, and those are great. I think they're really pretty. I wish I had a sewing machine because I could probably make some. Little known fact about me, I used to sew quite a lot. Well, not quite a lot. I did okay, I don't want to toot. I don't want to over-exaggerate. I sewed a bit in high school. I did a sewing class, and I was actually quite good at it. I didn't really pursue it, but I'm pretty handy with a sewing machine, and I can, do straight stitch pretty good. But I don't have any room for a sewing machine, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. But for me, those aren't always great because, again, they're fabric and they attract the freaking pet hair like crazy. And this just creates a nice, hermetically sealed bag. The great thing with this size is that a Q-snap fits in it. This is an 11 by 11 Q-snap, and it fits perfectly in there. And you get a little preview of what I had done last week on the Birthstone Dragons. So, what was I going to say? I showed you the quote to live by. Now, I don't have any of this taken out because, as I just said, I just got home from my internship. So, there we go. That's what I wanted to show you. So, And everything's individually in their own little bags when I'm not using them. So it keeps everything nice and together. I love being organized sometimes. So this is actually probably going to be a big shock to most people because there's quite a lot of done. So I was able to finish the entire frame before the end of March. And I was actually quite pleased with how quickly it went. I did a little bit of parking here in the blue when it goes from the dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue. So I had two threads going, the dark blue and the light blue at the same time. It went so fast. It was crazy. And then the day after I had finished it, we got the April part, which is this one, and it says, "Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow," by Albert Einstein. And, excuse me, in the pattern, they had filled this with one of the pinks, but I think they're like the palest pink. All this, the entire thing was filled, like the quotes was supposed to be filled. I thought because I left those quotes blank that it would make more sense to not put any fills on anyone, and I'm really happy with how it's coming out. To me, it looks like an old-timey poster, like an old-timey advertisement board or something. I love it. And I love the modeling of my fabric, although it's a little washed out right now. It's very gray outside, so I'm sure the colors aren't coming out too well. But yeah, very happy. So I finished this one, oh god, April 2nd or something, like something ridiculous like that. I was just so happy. I just wanted to, I love this piece. I love this piece. And we just got the next one, which is an Audrey Hepburn quote that goes over here, which also had the fill, which I'm going to leave out as well. So that's coming along very nicely. Love it. Love it. Love everything about it. Love the fabric. Love everything. The colors. Ugh. Such a happy, 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 happy stitch. So that's my Words to Live By. It's going to be coming out very soon. I'm probably going to finish Birthstone Dragons first. And then pull this out and do that part. Because it looks like it's going to be a pretty quick stitch, especially with not doing the fill. Okay. So, here are, now I've already started May in this one, so you get an extra sneak peek to that one. So here is April, and this is the diamond. Here, how do I get this? There we go. April is Diamond, and she's very pretty, and her name is Satine, because she is a type of French dragon that I cannot remember the name of right now. It starts with a V. Anyway, I made a few changes to her. One of the main ones is she had her gem was stitched on. You see how everyone has the stitched gem, like that one. This one's an amethyst there, and this one's in his hand. Well, and this one, yeah, that's emerald. That's a giant emerald, but you'll see because the dragon's very thematically appropriate. So she had a stitched diamond right here on her collar, but I left it out, and I just did her collar and this, I guess, tail bracelet, very fashionable, in silver Kreinik. And I really like the effect. It's not showing up here, but in person, it kind of looks like diamond encrusted jewelry. Like, you know, when you see jewelry that's just covered in diamonds, like little tiny diamonds, it gives that effect really well. And I attached her gem, and it's hanging a little bit, but I just basically attached it onto the already made necklace there. So, and I changed her eye. Her eye was originally charted to be orange, but I changed it to blue, like Satine from Moulin Rouge. So that's April. No, yes, April Diamond. Loving this stitch so much still. This is Emerald, As you can see, I started it off a little bit this morning. We got the pattern for it this morning. It is going to be a fairy dragon. So it's this little tiny dragon perched on top of this emerald with dragonfly wings. So super cute. I can't wait to show you. So yeah, so that's that. Let me make sure I get it back in its bag for now. Next, I think you'll be surprised with what I took out next. A project that hadn't seen the light for, God, months? 5 months, 6 months, something like that. Hold on, I think I need to go grab it. Just give me 1 second. I got it. And another one of these huge bags because of the massive amounts of floss. I think we know which this one is. Although if you haven't looked back on my last year of videos, you might not know. So this is Dragon Rider by Charting Creations. And when I first got this, this is the one, if you will remember, I'm doing with the Chinese floss that I got off of AliExpress. Well, okay, we'll talk about the floss in a second. So when last we saw this, when I first got the floss, I decided to try it. It's on 25 count Magic Guide even weave or Lugana. I think it's just even weave. And it's stitched 1/1 full crosses. And this is my first foray into the parking technique. As I've mentioned before, I have a lot of problems with certain BAP producing companies who I will not name. But Charting Creations, I've followed them on Facebook, and her BAPs are usually come out really well. There's obviously a lot of tweaking done to the pattern to make it right. So that's why I decided to go with the Charting Creations instead of other well-known BAP producers. Parking has gotten me a little, not confused. I'm liking it. I'm actually really starting to enjoy it now that I have some park threads and I can go back to them, and I have almost a 20 by 20 square done. So I'm my first 20 by 20 400 stitches. I have more than my first 400 stitches in there, which really feels weird. It's really neat. I'm kind of liking the effect. I'm digging the depth you can get in the colors with all the freaking confetti. So I'm going to show you where I am. Like I said, it's not a lot. So when I last showed this, I only had a little bit of here done. Like I think these first 4 or 5 rows right here. Now I have all this done. And it's weird because some of the colors, like up here, these colors travel across in kind of bands like this. They don't really continue here, like the same colors don't really show up here. So it's a little frustrating because I kind of wanted to, park down in a row, but then all these colors aren't repeated until a lot further down, so I wouldn't even really park them. So I decided to park these this way, and then I'm working on the rest going down, which I'm hoping works. Loving the parking, actually. I'm now that I have some parked and I'm going back and I'm picking up threads again, and it does go fast, and I was really enjoying how it was stitching. It's a whole different stitching experience though, like completely different. So it kind of threw me for a loop first. And so so let's talk about this Chinese floss. Now, apparently there's many different kinds of Chinese floss. I was hoping I was going to get the stuff that's the most comparable to DMC. I don't think I did. I'm thinking now that I've got the extra cheaper stuff. If you'll remember, it was about $20 US, like 17 something for 150 skeins. And it took 3 months to get here. So some of the colors are okay. They get really fuzzy though. You can't use, or I found I can't use any kind of conditioner or Thread Heaven or anything like that on it. Because if I do, just the act of pulling it through the the thread conditioner makes it fuzzier. And if it's fuzzy, it catches on itself so bad and knots up. And once it catches, you can't slip those knots out. It's so fuzzy, it just knots right up, and it's just impossible. So, a little bit disappointed with the Chinese floss. I have made a decision though, and yeah, it's going to cost me a little bit, but I'm going to basically finish off these ones, and then I am going to continue with DMC. And I know, before you start yelling, oh my god, it's not gonna match, I really don't wanna frog this much teeny tiny stitches, and it's one tiny little square out of something that's going to be like, I think if I measured, I think it's going to be like right about there. It's going to be teeny tiny. You're not going to be able to tell. I hope. I really, really hope. So with all the increases in DMC and everything lately, I was like, man, this is the worst time for me to be doing this. Luckily, Nikki from Charting Creations offers kits for all of her BAPs. And you can just buy floss packs from her. Pretty cool. And I priced it out, and because she's only going to send me what I need, presumably, it's going to be way cheaper than me going and buying out the full skeins, because a lot of them, like, a lot of the skeins, you know, you have to get a full skein, but it's only going to do like 200 or 300 stitches. And there's a lot of those like that. So I'm hoping I get enough to do it with, but not have to pay the extra. So it ended up coming out to being, I think, $66 Canadian. That's with shipping, which is freaking awesome, because otherwise I would have had to buy like 90 some skeins, and right now skeins here I think are up over 70 cents. I haven't actually been to Michael's yet, but last time I was at Michael's before the hike in the States, it was already at 58 cents. So I would not be surprised if Michael is up over 70. If any other Canadians have been to Michael's lately, could, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But I would not be surprised they're up over 70. And that, if I would have had to kit it up myself, I would have needed at least, I think it was like 110 skeins or something like that. And that came, when I did the calculation, it came to like $80-$90 almost. So it was definitely the cheaper option, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I just didn't do it at the time that I got it and just bit the bullet. But I really didn't want to spend that money if I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy parking. And so now that I know that I'm really like it, and I really want to do this piece because I think it's going to be really amazing. Like, it's going to be like, it's going to be amazing. It is. I really want it to be nice, and I want it to be finished correctly. So without too much frustration, because the knotting is getting really frustrating. And the fuzziness is getting very frustrating. Sorry, quick question from my boyfriend on the way home. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. And it suddenly got really sunny for some reason. So yeah, so what's really cool about Charting Creations is they allow people to do layaway. So it's even brought the cost down even more. So that's awesome. I know I look haggard. Oh my god. Go away, son. Oh, I know I look kind of I was just looking at myself in the previous video, and I was clipped, and my hair was nice and had been brushed, and I just came in from the rain, so my hair is like all over the place. But if I wouldn't have done it now, I know I wouldn't have done it anyway. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I already paid half the layaway. I'm gonna pay the next one half sometime this month, and then it will be, I really hope, there's fire trucks going around. You probably hear them in the background. Sometimes Dante howls at fire trucks, so hopefully he won't start on me, but we'll see. Because he's lying right over there, so you'll get an earful if he starts. So yeah, this is I've been working on this project on my lap stand, my PVC lap stand, and it's been going pretty well actually. So I'm really digging it. Like I said, I'll probably finish off these. I'm probably gonna cut them down a little bit and kind of finish them off, and then just start with the new ones and incorporate them. The stitches are so nice up close though. Oh, I'm loving it. I really am. I think I might have the bat bug. I was bitten by the bat bug. And there's so many good ones out there. So, but they're potentially good ones. Sometimes you're never sure what you're gonna get when it comes with BAPs, but I think this one it's gonna be a leap of faith. I don't think anyone's stitched this one yet, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Or if they've stitched it, they're not sharing it because there's no progress pics on this one at all that I could find anywhere. So yeah, really stoked with this one. It's gonna have to wait for a little bit before I get back to it, but I'm glad. I'm enjoying it. Where did this one come out of? This one? Yes, this one. And my last whip, so I've worked on 4 whips in April, which is kind of a lot for me actually. This one is, again, this is to keep off the flying fur from all over the place. So this is, what is it called? It's so weird. I keep forgetting the name of this company. Oh, Crossed Wings Collection. This is the MySpace. It fell apart. Actually, let's just do this. There we go. Now it makes it easier to hold on to. This is MySpace, and it's the Loon, and it is very boring to stitch. I like it. It's actually a really quick stitch. I can't believe how quickly it's coming. I've finished all the black. This is all the black that's going to be in there. You can see, I don't know if you can see, here in the face, there's a slightly darker than black gray. That is the second color I've filled in. And there's some more filled in here, but you can't even tell. Yeah, you can kind of tell there. So I'm working my way up with that dark gray color. Oh, you can really tell in here. There's dark gray in there. But you can tell here, dark gray. So yeah, I counted, and there are 9 shades of gray in this pattern. Why did I pick this pattern? I love it. The motion of it is going to be beautiful when it's done. I mean, you can already see like the motion of the bird, and the detail of it is so pretty. Did I mention the eye is done 1/1, so there's some 1/1 stitches in there, which make it nice and round and beautiful. And I think the eye has like 2 or 3 shades of red in it, so going to be very pretty. It's going to my mother-in-law, I guess, as a probably not birthday anymore, more likely Christmas present for her. So I'm kind of enjoying stitching on it. I'm basically stitching on it when I have nothing else to stitch on, basically. So when I'm done my my sals, my stitch-alongs, I will, when I'm done my stitch-alongs, ugh, this thing's been a pain in the ass. It keeps falling off now. These have gotten really loose, so it's gotten a little bit annoying, especially for the amount of money I paid for it, because I'm not one of those people who went and got it at freaking, what's this called? It's not PVC put together. It's actually the one that was produced by one of these companies. Was it R&R? R&R craft frames. It's frustrating at times. But anyway, my dream is to have a quantum frame and stand, especially for that BAP. I think it would be freaking awesome to work on. But alas, that is going to have to wait. So those are all my whips I worked on. I don't know when I'm not going to do my next, don't know when I'm going to be able to do my next FlossTube video, because it looks like we're moving June 1st. So that means I have a month to pack, and there is a lot of it. So I am going to have to push this aside for that time. So I'll probably see you guys in June, and hopefully I'll have some progress, although I don't know how much stitching I'm going to be able to get done. So if you don't hear from me for a while, I'm probably fine. Just really stressed, because moving is very stressful. I actually just really hate it. So I think that's all for now. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I have nothing much more to say at this time. So I will leave it there, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic stitchy week, and may the frog never cross your threshold. There you go. That's gonna be my new send-off. Heard it here first. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just giddy. Like, today has been quite long, so yeah. And now I will leave, and I will let you guys go back to stitching, because that's what's really important. Okay, I'm just gonna stop this now because I can't seem to stop talking. So have a great stitchy week, and I will see you probably in June. Bye.